Today we are going to look at a very important problem which most of the UPSC aspirants they face. That problem is memory. How to increase the memory? How to improve or increase your memory, is it not? Because most of the students, when they say, they are telling that they are forgetting, they are telling that we forget, okay? Because unlike in your college examinations, in the UPSC examination, you are supposed to remember a lot of things, is it not? Lot of subjects also. You are supposed to remember, I told you history, geography, polity, economy, current affairs, science and technology, environment, ethics, okay, plus your optional subjects. Remember how much you have to remember, is it not? So that pushed us into the question of, sir, how to increase our memory, how not to forget, how not to forget, not to forget. Okay, and there are two methods of reading. There are two methods of reading. Two methods. Two methods of reading. What are these two methods? One is short time memory, reading for short time memory, okay, short time memory, okay. Second, reading for long time memory, reading for long time memory. Most of the students would have been knowing this method, knowing that, most of them. You would have adopted this in one way or another. You would have adopted this in the colleges, is it not? Because in the college examination, you have to remember the data just in the examination hall, is it not? You have to remember the data just in the examination hall. That also in the examination hall. After this exam is over, this no matter whether you forget it or not, nobody bothers. So you are reading in a method which unknowingly you are adopting, suitable for short time memory only. Your memory, whatever your reading style, your reading methodology has been useful to you only for short time memory. It is not for long time memory. Are we understanding this? So what is that type of reading which you are normally reading, which everybody, most of you reading? How do you read? You read this just before the examination. What are these reading short time memory exam memory tips? Just you read before the examination, is it not? Okay, read before exam. Before means how much before? Maybe in a 1 week time. Maybe you spend 1 week, okay, you read just 1 week before, sometimes they read 1 day before, is it not? This is called dumping, dumping of data, dumping of content, dumping of data, dumping of content. Secondly, here in the short term reading, you are reading without understanding, without understanding. You need not have to understand, sir, this is short time, that is just before the examination, sir, this is dumping of data. Third, you are reading without understanding, is it not? Fourth, you are using some technique which most of the aspirants are today also using, which is called short memory tips. Okay, short memory tips. Like for examples, acronyms, they are using acronyms. Okay, they will say, okay, for example, we have mountains ranges, no, Karakoram, Jaskar, Pir Panjar. So some student told me, sir, we are using the term K, L, A, P. I remember this Klap. Okay, this I remember this Klap, sir. That means what? Karakoram, Ladakh mountains, sir. K, L. Then A for, sir, A for means under that we are not having that, just acronym we are following. So like this technique they are using it. Are we understanding this? And using some of these techniques, and of course one more important thing in this technique you must know is revision, and will be surprised to know this revision. We do something which is called revision. What do you revise? All these things you revise again and again. Sir, out of the revision, are we understanding anything? No, we are not understanding anything out of this revision. Not understanding anything out of this revision. Sir, this type of reading method, I call this the first method, reading method. This reading method is successful. Okay, successful, and students become toppers. Okay, students become toppers, they get 99%, some people get 100% in some subjects, 100%. Is it not? But this problem has, this method has one big drawback. Big drawback means what? You are the result of this drawback. That means if you have got 99%, 100% reading whatever you have read so far, that means now you need not have to attend any class. The very basic thing that you are attending some class, wherein which we are teaching what? Fundamentals only. History, geography, polity, economy, same thing whatever you read, no, the previous slide we have seen, all the subjects only we are seeing, no, all the subjects only we are teaching. Is it not? So that means you are doing all these things and were successful, clearing the examination, topping this examination, but this method has got a great drawback. That drawback is that, number one, what are the problems of this method? Okay, shall I go to next slide? Here itself I will write what are the drawbacks of this first method. Number one, no understanding. Okay. Number two, no retention. No retention. No retention means it is not existing in your memory for long duration of time. You are understanding this? Since you are useful to this method, the first method, the most successful method, which is a highly scoring method, the first method which I told you, you understand? This method has helped you and it is not going to help you for UPSC. This will not help you for UPSC. Why it will not help you for UPSC? These two things are needed in the UPSC. In UPSC, basically if you read anything, what is that is needed in UPSC? Number one, what is need of reading in the UPSC? What is the need of reading in the UPSC? The need of reading in the UPSC, okay, the need of reading, number one is understanding. Understanding. You have to clearly understand. Number two, when you are understanding and you have to retain that memory for longer duration of time, retention. Retention. Is it not? You are understanding and of course you are retaining. Sir, this will work in our second method of reading. Okay, where is this method? Second method. Second method which is existing here, long time memory and retention method. Okay, method 2. Method 2. Sir, what are the ingredients of this method 2? Very simple, very simple. Okay, first slow reading. Slow reading means what? Not that you are reading just for half an hour, 1 hour. You are reading, but you are passing. Slow reading means after every paragraph. Slow reading means after every paragraph, okay, you are passing. After every page, maybe you will pause. You will pause and think what you have read. Okay, in this one page, this is what I have read. And after reading one page, if you are not stopping and if you are not pausing, you will not know what you are understanding. So, one page or one paragraph is too little, you might understand, you might not understand. But after reading one page, you are just pausing and just stopping, just going through what you have read, whether that is comprehensible, that is understandable or not, that you are going to read, I mean just you are going to think. And this you are going to do this exercise, so that means it is going to maybe your reading is going to be a bit slow, gradual. Okay, this slow reading is what is called as gradual. Gradually you are reading. Okay, next the second thing of this reading method is called comparison and reading. Comparison. COMPARA, comparison and reading. That means what? That means in the first paragraph you read first page, then second page, how it is changing, how the narration is changing, how the story is changing, how the author is what he is telling is changing, what difference he is telling. Okay. Secondly, comparison and reading means you are comparing between unit to unit. Unit to unit. You are reading the first unit, second unit, just seeing what is the link between these two topics. Just seeing what is the link. If it is a story means, okay, anything which is similarly continuing in the story, anything which is different, you have to train your mind to look into the important aspects. Train your mind to look into the important aspects. Thirdly, sir, and most important of all, okay, thirdly, the most important of all is you are connecting between different subjects. Connecting between different subjects. How? You are reading polity, constitution. Let us say you are reading polity, constitution you are reading. Sir, connecting that to the modern Indian history. Modern India, because all are same only, all subjects are same. We are sitting in the classroom, this is just one incident. I am delivering the lecture, you are listening to it, and in this classroom numerous aspects are happening. What is that? Technology is there in the classroom. Yes or no? We have computers, we have cameras, I am using a mic. So this is technological part. You all are diversely looking, so that is a cultural part, is it not? You all are from different geographical locations coming at one place, that is a geographical part, is it not? Economically also you are in different categories who are present in the classroom. So same thing I can see in different way and decipher the information. Are we understanding this? deciphering the information. So this method too is slow reading. Then of course comparison between one page to the other page, and connecting between different subjects, okay, and that also includes in the fourth, okay, constant revision. Sir, this revision is different from the previous revision which I mentioned. The previous revision you are doing without understanding, but this revision is with understanding. Not only that, sir, this revision means recollection. Recollection means writing. In a paper, you are constantly writing, again and again and again you are writing. You are understanding this? And sir, this type of reading, slow reading, also includes making notes. Sir, most of the people think notes making means copying from the book. அப்படியே bookல இருக்குது எடுத்து பேஜ் பேஜா எழுதுறதா notes நினைச்சிருக்கான். Many people think notes making means you are just copying from the book. That is not notes making. Notes making means scientific notes making. Okay. For example, you are read the modern Indian history. In the modern Indian history, whatever you read in a piece of paper, okay, in the modern Indian history, whatever you read, instead of writing all the points, you have to use some diagrams. You have to say, okay, this is Mughal Empire, oh, Marathas are here, okay, this is Nizam is present, is it not? And you have to mention, so this is in 1707. So you have to include many things in one page and comprehensively make notes. Okay, that one page should be what? It should be your imagination. It should have bar diagrams also. Okay, you create your own imaginations. You create, oh, this is the bar diagram. Okay, in the bar diagram you can put data. For example, during the time of Gandhian phase, the national movement was in the 1920, the national movement was up to this much. Sir, in 1930, Salt Satyagraha, national movement was up to this. Sir, 1942, Quit India movement, national movement reached a great height. Sir, then in 1945, the national movement was like this. So you make these diagrams in your mind, right? And all this note making, scientific note making, and this scientific note making also includes some data from the NCERT. Scientific note making, you leave some empty spaces here. In each page you leave some empty spaces. So any new data I am telling about this, let us say for example this is modern India, but in the modern India you have many other areas also. You have modern India, let us say Aurangzeb, about information about Aurangzeb had come in the newspaper, you are integrating here, you are going writing separately here. So in one sheet when you are making these notes, you are making sufficient provisions for later additions also, or you can insert some papers later on. Are we understanding that? I am reading something about the Chola temple in the ancient India. Now recently some other thing had happened. For example, this year the preliminary question paper they asked about our Prime Minister Modi. He had inaugurated a Shankaracharya's statue in a place. Which place is this? Hyderabad. He had that. Okay, there is a question which has been asked associated with that. So that means whatever you are reading, that history is connected to current affairs, current affairs is connected to geography. So this is what is called as connections. I told you in the previous thing. Okay, connecting. This I said is connections. So you are going to make notes based on this scientific. This is not going to happen in one day. That's what I told you. This is what process is this? This is a slow process. You are understanding this? This is a slow process, and you need not have to be fearful, because 24 months we are having, is it not? At least to write the preliminary we have 12 months. preliminary எழுதுறதுக்கு 12 மாதம், மெயின்ஸ் எழுதுறதுக்கு 18 மாதம், இன்டர்வியூ போகிறதுக்கு நம்மளுக்கு கண்டிப்பாக 24 மாதம் இருக்குது. Yes or no? Around 22 months we are having for the interview. So it is a long time period we are having. So we have sufficient time and energy to follow all this. If you adopt all this once, success is 100% guaranteed to you. Constantly you have to keep working. You are understanding this? So this is one method of note making, and this note making does what? This note making solves our purpose of two things which I said. What is that? Okay, how not to forget. What is the purpose of our adopting the second methodology? How not to forget, how to retain the memory for longer duration of time, that also I have said. Okay, long time memory. Long time memory. Sir, if you adopt this technique step by step, gradually, if you adopt this, definitely you are not going to forget any data. And in this process also connecting between different subjects, and also you are having constant revision note making. In this place you can integrate maps. Use maps as and when and how much time it is possible. Whenever you are reading anything, if you have to connect between different subjects, you have to know. You know that war between Russia and Ukraine is happening, you have to know where is this Russia, where is this Ukraine, whether it is the eastern side of Russia, western side of Russia, and what are the neighboring countries of Ukraine, and where is this Black Sea, where is this Caspian Sea, and which is the Russian connection to the warm waters, is it not? So all you have to open the map, this you have to do. For this your mind should be totally focused that this is what you are going to do. So when you believe in this, you will not want any group study aid, because group study is people, they want to do everything one way or another with a group. That's not going to happen, because each and every person in the group is in different ways. He is doing one thing over the other and everybody is confused. In the group study, one person is reading, another person is connecting the data, another person is sitting and making the notes, and you are all together in the group study. How it is going to help you? So group study should be for one specific purpose on particular topic, then only it is going to help you. And all the people in the group, they have one content of this and they sit, this is not going to help. So if you adopt this scientific method of note making, scientific method of reading, scientific approach to this UPSC subject, definitely success is yours, definitely victory is yours, definitely you will be in top 100.